We're on our way to Bristol to investigate reports that a small suburban street has been, let's say, testing public attitudes towards both migrants and the nation's housing crisis. Well, this kind of red-coloured building up here until recently housed a porn film studio. Yes, you heard me correctly. But the owner now wants to turn it into accommodation that might house migrants. And the locals are up in arms about it, according to the local press. Amateur video online shows an argument between residents and the property developer owner.
Have you? No, wait, please. Okay, well, they're not transient workers.
I tried to track down the developer, but he didn't reply to my requests for interview. Unfortunately, he's not in. What he's applied to do is turn the building into an HMO. Well, me neither. That's a house of multiple occupancy. It would have something like 20 rooms, accommodation for up to 40 people on short-term contracts. The architect says it'd be perfect for transient workers. It's that idea that's got the residents fuming.
Not knowing who's going to be in there and that it's changing every 6 months. They've got no loyalty to us whatsoever, have they?
That's the question, who's going to live in there, and well, I don't mind, really.
Well, we just don't want them here. We don't want migrants here. Short term. They're not going to care about the place, are they? Not going to care at all.
But isn't there a national housing crisis? Aren't 20 new homes a good idea?
Bristol needs more affordable rental housing, and with an increasingly flexible job market, some of that needs to suit workers who aren't in the lucky position of having secure, long-term contracts.
In fact, the housing crisis in Bristol is so bad that charity outreach workers have recently claimed 10 more people each week are sleeping rough in the city. So why blame would-be migrants?
If there anybody is to blame, it's sort of the current government and property developers. Housing crisis in Bristol has really reached fever pitch.
He's right. During the past decade, house prices have risen by almost 30% here. The national average is half that. And as of last winter, more than 6,000 homes were granted planning permission, mostly flats, but construction hadn't started on any of them. Developers are long accused of land banking. Nearly 2,000 private homes are long-term vacant. Meanwhile, there are fears that over 3,000 socially rented homes might be lost in the next 5 years. So can it really be that locals would prefer a porn studio next door rather than flats that might help their city's severe housing crisis?
I know for a fact it'll be worse than what it was before. It was a film studio. They were very quiet, discreet, didn't take much parking, they were great neighbours.
Apparently yes then. The planning application should have been settled at the beginning of May, but is still pending consideration. As residents wait, the backdrop is clear. Rising rental and house prices, a swelling list for council homes, and government plans to sell off more housing stock. This is the housing crisis in 2016 in the UK's 5th richest city. Reporting for RT UK in Bristol, I'm Harry Fear.